We've been together a long time, right? We've been together nearly 20 years, which is insane. And we still have to do the dating thing. That's important. You've got to keep going out and doing stuff. We went to the cinema the other night. It was fun. Before it started, the film, they had all the adverts and trailers. And there's one advert I'd never seen before. It was for their disabled patrons. It said, in the cinema, we offer subtitles for the deaf or hard of hearing and audio description for the blind or partially sighted. I thought, that's good. And then I thought, actually, wouldn't it be great if there was a third option available too, which was plot clarification for the hard of understanding or partially stupid? Because I've got to say, I think that would really improve some of my dates with my wife. If when we arrived, I could give her some like headphones provided by the cinema that answer the questions she normally asks me during the film, right? One or two couples might know what I'm talking about, right? Be good, wouldn't it? Think about it. Think about it. After the first sort of 10, 15 minutes, just a voice in her head just said something like, yes. That is the same man as in the first scene. Yes, he is wearing a different coloured shirt. Arguably, that is slightly confusing. But it's definitely him. You don't have to ask anybody that. Maybe after a few more minutes, it probably doesn't matter where you've seen that actress before. He would get a speeding ticket in this car chase. You're right about that. No, that's still the same man from the first scene. Be good, you know? But 20 years, it's a long time. One of my friends said to me the other day, Matt, 20 years, that's a long... Like, what has it changed? I was like, of course things have changed. He said, all right, cards on the table, how's your sex life? No? After 20, how's your sex life? And I was like, look, we've been together 20 years. Our sex life is fine. You know, our Netflix life is better. Yeah, our box set life is excellent these days. I worked out the other day, I have definitely seen more sex on screen sitting next to my wife on the sofa than we've ever had in that flat together, all right? Hey, that doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is those sex scenes are unrealistic, aren't they? They are unrealistically fast and efficient. I was thinking, yeah, think about it. A classic sex scene in an American TV show. There's two characters. Yeah, they're in a kitchen. There's a bit of chemistry. And then, boom, he's inside her. It's that quick. That is not realistic. I've never seen anything realistic happen. I've never seen one of the characters stop and go, sorry, I really need a wee. No? No. Nobody ever goes, hang on. Have you washed your hands? You were chopping onions a minute ago. That is revolting. You know? None of the surfaces have any edges or corners, do they? No one ever gets lifted up and goes, ow, fuck, ow, Oh, you got me right in the arse muscle. I think I've got a dead bum. That's... shit, I put my hand in the bacon. I'm going to have to wipe it off on your hair, you know? And at no point does the man ever look down and go, do you know what? I am not ready. This is not happening. Can we just watch another episode of The Crown? That's what we both want to do. Because I think we've got quite a weird attitude to sex in this country, like particularly the language, right? Think about it. The most common euphemism for sex is sleep. Think about it, isn't it? You know, have you slept together? Do you sleep together? Are you sleeping together? Every time I hear that, I think it's wrong, isn't it? Because sleeping with someone and having sex with someone are two very different things. And if they're not, one of you is committing a crime. I think we all need to understand that this evening, right? But even if you take the sex out of it, I still don't think that phrase really works. Because can you really sleep with another person? I don't think you can. I think sleep is quite an individual, solitary thing. You do it on your own, don't you? You can sleep next to someone, sure. You can sleep in the same bed as someone, definitely. You can even sleep touching someone if you're in the early stages of a relationship. Come on, we've all been there, haven't we? After a few months together, I was like, oh, this spooning is lovely, but get away from me. Get away from me with your hot and cold hands. How are you hot and cold at the same time? That should be physiologically impossible. Just let me have this tiny sliver of bed. You literally stop touching me, I need to fucking sleep! Love you. Get away from me. Luckily for me, I get to sleep in hotels quite a lot. On my own. I was checking into one the other night, and the guy behind the counter had obviously been there like a million years, doing the same script with every customer. He was just like, all right, Mr. Greens, you're here for one person for one night, is that correct? One person for one night? I was like, yes, that is correct. He went, how many room keys would you like? So I said, 11. Yeah, because I'm going out later and I'm feeling absent-minded. And lucky. Right? True story, but I told my friend that story who works in a hotel, and she said, oh no, that is not the worst answer I've ever had to that question. I said, really? She went, yeah. I also asked her, like, how many room keys would you like? And he said, well, one for me. And one for you. That is creepy. I'm glad you mostly went ooh at that. That is creepy. But I really like telling that story to big groups of people like this, because I always suspect at least one man in here is thinking, I'm going to try that.